sister. I hope you're having a good time. I sort of am. When anything changes in my life, like going to work on the RV, it's the stress, and the tiniest thing is like stress to me now. The way my husband tailgates when he drives, nerve-wracking. And then he gets angry at me for getting angry at him or how he drives. Stressful. The sheer fact of sitting on a different couch is stressful to me. Not having all my happy things all around me is stressful to me. So I buzzed off my hair. Yes, I told you it was coming. I was getting closer and closer. And my husband did it, and he used the wrong setting, so it's super, super short. But I thought I would show it to you. Can you guess what I'm getting? Oops. Felix. Good old Felix. I happen to like this wig, even though it's kind of just crazy. This should be curled. It is a little bit. This isn't. I think I have 8 wigs total. 3 of them haven't arrived in the mail yet. Oh, 4 of them haven't arrived in the mail yet. So yeah, I have 4 wigs and I'm gonna have 4 more. It's kind of addicting. And the wig feels so much better on my head now that I've buzzed my hair. I can't help myself. I don't know why. I'll grow it down to about here, and then decide that I don't like mid-length hair. Mid is mid, and I'll do something like attach dreads to it and end up having to cut it all out, or I'll do something like cut it all really short except the long bits in the front, and I'll try and let it go gray or something. Ridiculous things that just make me want to buzz my hair. And it sucks. I look so great in buzzed hair. I mean, who does? But I just enjoy it so much, It's so freeing. Apparently I have a nervous twitch in my eyelids. Does this wig make me look fat? Anyway, yeah, my hair. It's right in the middle of my intro video. My problems with hair. It's a sad, sad situation. And it's getting more and more absurd. tried to take down the saturation and contrast in my video because it was making my lips look too toned and, too contrasty, too saturated, I don't know what. But, yeah. I've been trying to relax. I haven't made a video in like 3 days, I think. And I've been trying to relax and have fun, because isn't that the whole point? Have fun. And I'm failing at it. I'm just like trying to watch Netflix and YouTube fun videos now. I look through all the suggestions in Netflix and I'm like, oh no, that looks like stress. Single father, no, it's stressful. Family drama, total stress for me. Oh, that woman's holding a bunny, how cute. The bunny will end up dead, I know it. Oh, the Mustang, the horse will end up dead, I know it. RuPaul, I know that guy's gonna steal all his money. This is stressful. I can't watch it anymore. So, I hope you aren't under any kind of stress, honey. Though I know that you are. I'm a well-wisher. I know I'm supposed to be being consistent with my new channel, but bitch, ain't nobody that consistent. Just kidding, I got that from listening to RuPaul talk. Okay, let's see what your email was about. I know we only have short emails because we're both dripping. I can't handle masks either. I feel like I'm suffocating. Apparently on July 1st here in Canada, I don't know if it's Canada-wide, but they're going to stop masks being mandatory on July 1st, which is Canada Day. I hate Canada Day for reasons that I will not mention. But yeah. Hopefully it's the end. Should I not talk about that here? Oh no. What did I say? I might cut the whole thing out. I know, don't worry about it. If you can't email me for a couple days, I'm kind of taking a little break myself. But yeah, I've been emailing me, which is nice. I'm glad that you're able to take a moment out and think about your old friend Nazareth at home without you. Oh no. You're arriving at 3 a.m. Eastern. That's midnight here. Not too bad. But yes, well past your bedtime. At 4 a.m. because your Airbnb is an hour away. What is an Airbnb? Is that where you go and live in people's houses? I know what a bed and breakfast is, but I don't think Airbnbs are the same thing. I think I'm gaining weight. Vegetarian food. States. You should get that. Drink like 6 of them, you'll be ready for anything. Can't see my earrings in this hair. Sorry, I'm a little flighty. A little tired. Well, I would like to lose 8 pounds even with snacking. So I'm happy for you. Are you still going to keep with that food plan? Maybe you should ask them if they could work out some healthy snacks for you. Even though when you want a snack, I know you don't really want something healthy. On to my video. Yes, the internet is so slow. It's so slow, sister. Plus, it's the weekend out here, so more people are out here using up the bandwidth. And yeah, it's the internet, because it's the upload that takes 2 hours, not the processing. Yeah, my husband is fixing things up. He has to clean out the yard. The people that we bought the lot from had left a lot of junk around, and we just figured we'd always get to it later, you know. So now he's got a big pile of junk that some guy from Craigslist is coming to pick up on Monday. And tomorrow I practically demanded that tomorrow he make a desk for me, because I've got this little TV table that everything's on. I'm tired. Did I mention that already? Baby, I'm so tired. So tired, baby. The pink color looks great with hair. I usually don't like the color pink. Oh, okay. Yeah. You know, the only reason that I'm worried is because my monitor, I tend to calibrate it a little bit warm, you know, and I'm unsure what kind of pink I was seeing. But I ordered it in that Mirabella or whatever the Miss something, the misfire anyway, that was going for $25. So I figured for that price, I can test it out. So we'll see. If it is a nice color, I'll order that Anya in it too. That was the first time I saw Anya, was when Heather from Sister Wigs was wearing it. And like putting on nice makeup to go with it. And I thought it was just gorgeous, just stunning. But I ordered it in blonde for you. If I see the pink is a really nice light pink that has warm tones, then possibly I'll order the Anya and that. I looked at that Etsy shop and wow, with those wigs. Wow! I meant to look and see if there was other types of wigs that people make on there, but I never got around to it. They really are gorgeous. What are the caps like? Are they breathable and stretchy and fit a nice big head and lace fronts? Monofilament top. I sound like an expert, don't I? latest install of GarageBand. There's no way I should be having trouble with it. Oh, and GarageBand itself, I'm not sure it has much in the way of noise cancelling. I've got a set of plugins that I use for nasty sounds. Really, you think my audio sounds really good? That's nice of you to say. I really feel like I'm still struggling with the audio. You got a surprise coming up for me. A surprise. Oh, I'm sure I'll think it's cute. You have very good taste. Next time you record, when is that, honey? Seems so far away. When people go on trips, I figure they're never coming back. It's funny you should say that. The people on the internet who are getting offended by me would probably get offended if a fly flew on them. That happened to me once. I was so struck by a certain idea that the world is so in your face, that flowers can't even be in peace without getting bees with their little pricks sticking in their secret place. Just like an idea that even the most beautiful things, like flowers, were getting accosted on this earth. And we were living in the boat at the time, and I always kept the hatch above where our heads rested in bed. I always kept it open for fresh air. I slept under an electric blanket in the winter. It didn't bother me. And one time a mosquito got in, and it landed on my arm. And I sleep like this, right? And it landed on my arm, and it started stinging me, and I just stared at it like, what next? Honestly, God, what is with mosquitoes? Why would you make something like that, the little prickers? I honestly did get so angry about the world that I did get offended at a mosquito. So, it's funny that you should say that, because it is possible. Seen Sabrina the Teenage Witch? No, I haven't. The new one on Netflix? No. Way too realistic. What? Realistic? Like The Craft or something like that? Did you see The Craft? With Nev Campbell and, I forget who the other two little witches were. But The Craft was a scary movie. Is that what you mean by realistic? That it was scary? I will not watch it then. Although, this wig sitting right on my short hair, it's kind of itchy. Tell me what you mean by being realistic. Like that they're using actual spells. I get scared of that sometimes when I'm watching something with spells or witchcraft or hocus pocus. I've never seen Harry Potter, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't be able to watch that because I'd think that they were using real spells on the people watching the movie. Yeah. case, it could happen. I was the first review on the lip pumper lady because people want to be nice. I just thought that people should know that those pictures up top aren't hers, that it doesn't quite work out that way. I thought I was being nice by doing that. Apparently not. Yes, a bad review could have saved me. If someone would have said what I said, I would not have gone to her. I love your emojis. The lips and the needle. Oh, what's the other one? Hyaluronic acid. You're so clever with emojis. I don't blame you for not using the massage chair if it's in a moldy room. Honey, I wish that there was something I could say that would convince you to move quickly out of that house. But I don't want to offend you. I'm glad you got to use your massage chair. Waiting for the dust to settle with the mold removal. That won't help. Oh, you have a canoe. I'm actually scared of canoes. I fell out of one when I was young. It's actually kind of a funny story. I was with this guy Joe. I had a crush on him, and I was over at his house with his sister Gina and a bunch of us. They lived just outside the city, so we could have big bonfires and stuff like that. And I drank too much, and Joe asks me if I want to go down the Seine River in his canoe, and I'm like, sure. I don't even know how to swim, right? So, anyways, the canoe ride went well. It was okay. It was getting out of the canoe that did me in, and I fell backwards, and I was in the water, but my feet were still on the boat. Like, my knees were hanging onto the boat, but the top of me was in the water, and I was like drowning. And I did sort of a sit up, and Joe was like, terrified, not knowing what to do on the bank, and he walks around the canoe. He gets in the water, walks around the canoe, walks up to me, picks me up, takes my feet out of the boat, and he says, just stand up. Like, it was really shallow. So I went, oh, and I stood up, and then I said, my purse is floating away at 2 knots. So Joe gets in the canoe and goes after my purse, which didn't sink. It just floated along. And he gets my purse, and I am covered in mud at this point, and I go stomping up toward the house, through the house, into the bathroom. I turned on the water in the bathroom to wash the mud off, and I fell asleep in the bathtub. And the water was just as muddy as anything. I don't know who woke me up or what, The days of my youth. Yeah. I don't think you're all that surprised that I fell out of a canoe and nearly drowned in water that you could stand up in. You tried looking for other places like it. Oh, I don't imagine there's that many places that beautiful. Although I realize that I am underestimating the size of your state. Or did you get me talking about spoonies and the way that spoonies are treated? And yeah, people are empathetic for sick people for a short amount of time, but they refuse empathy or sympathy for people that are sick long term. Not all people, of course, because they just figure that would take too much out of them, it would drain them. So, when you're looking at something that's going to drain you, that's going to take too much out of you, you're kind of thinking of that thing like an enemy, Being chronically ill is very lonely. Especially if you're trying to fight it by thinking positive, because even then, you can't go into spoony support groups, which often tend to be, people want to talk about their suffering, They just need to be heard, because, like I said, the people around them, they don't want to hear. So, yeah. It's a lonely life. Yes. They get annoyed and angry at you for being sick. Even my husband didn't used to believe me. Like, I think he did. But then when he would get mad, it would change. He would say things like, it's not like you're in a wheelchair. Go do something, get a job. Did not understand. Shudder to think about it, really. Yeah. You're welcome for the video. I enjoy making them for you. Oh yes, I know you won't be able to get a video out to me until you get back. That's okay. We actually haven't had a fire the last couple nights. We did on Thursday, I think. But I think my husband has wanted to get to bed early so he can get more done during the day. I've been getting some rest. I've been sleeping in the bed in there. I've got this awesome blow-up mattress. Like, I have a sleep number bed at home, right? Which you would think would be like the ultimate of a blow-up mattress. It's not. And that little just plain air mattress that blows up, it's got electricity attached to it, and you can dial how much you blow it up. And it also has automatic settings to it too. But there's There's something about that bed. I can lie on it even when it's hard, but my hip will sink in enough that my spine is like straight, and the hip sinks in and the waist doesn't, so I'm not all crickety. My shoulders are kind of big, and my shoulders do get sore by morning. I love that bed. I should look at the brand name and secretly buy one for back home. Anyway, this is just going to be a short video. I just wanted to say hi. Thinking about you, trying to be consistent, all that stuff. I saw your boyfriend's new offering. Unfortunately, I don't know anything. Plus, I would not want to offer, support. I've had enough of that with having stores, angry customers when the slightest thing goes wrong at the post office. I don't like it when people are angry at supportive people. That's why I try so hard not to get angry at supportive people. Even when they're obviously doing it on purpose. Because they're having a bad time too, right? Sir, I'm afraid I'm going to have to get off of this call with you. Because I'm extremely angry, and if I don't go, we'll both regret it. My famous last words on tech support. It's like tech support can make me so mad, and I have no idea why. It's tech stress. It's one of the levels of Dante's hell. And I hear I've got this new computer, and GarageBand won't even work on it for me. Anyway, I'm going to go. Please get some rest. Don't just drink